Hello, friends. Welcome back to Love Wrestling. Spencer Love here with another great individual, not only inside of the ring, but outside of it. Sledge is joining me, a guy who's got a real interesting story, not only outside of the ring, but inside of it. See what I did there, guys? I'm getting pretty good at this. It's great to have you on here, man. Thank you so much for the time. How are things?
What's up, man? Everything's great, dude. Like,
good.
Everything's fantastic, man. Great intro, by the way. Thank you for telling me that I'm a cool guy outside of the ring, and then cool guy, not so cool inside the ring, but outside the ring. Yeah.
If we're gonna start the not cool competition here, man, I guarantee I'm gonna win that one. But we're neither here nor there on that.
I'm the coolest guy in the world, man. I just got a cool job. That's it. I'm just a huge fucking nerd.
And you got cool shit happening to you, man. Not everybody makes it inside the PWI. How cool is it for you to have a feature in there, get to answer some questions, and not just a reputable source, but the source, I guess, in professional wrestling for the last little bit.
I didn't even know they knew who I was. And obviously, we go through our PR and all that fun stuff, and they hit me up and they're like, "Hey, man, PWI kind of wants to do this thing on you." And I was like, yeah, because I've read them since I was a kid. Absolutely, let's do this.
Yeah.
And then, when you do like magazines and stuff like that, you're expecting it to be like this. They always have like 4 parts on like a page, so you're expecting it to be like little small tidbit,
like the 8 font.
Yeah, where it's like you have to get like the magnifying glass to kind of look, and then they gave me like this 2-page spread, and I was just like, holy shit. Like, oh, okay. Yeah. And then they're going to use it for a podcast, and now they want to do another podcast with me, like a full-fledged podcast with me. I was like, man, let's go. Let's do it. So maybe I'll be in the PWI 500, 5,000?
I think it's 500 now. 5,000 I would probably make, and I ain't ever taken a bump. So
maybe I'll be in the PW 500, who knows? Which
absolutely,
if I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. It's like,
Very cool to hear you read it, though, man. That was going to be my next question, but it's nice that I get into the in-ring stuff with it as well, because you've had a fairly tumultuous year. I mean, we all have, but like you said, you're pretty well the guy who brought the pandemic on, seeing as you sign on March 1st and everything goes to shit about 2 weeks later. How cool has it been for you, though, man? The last 6 months, you've been in Ring of Honor consistently. You've been in the ring consistently. Like I said, momentum's all on your side. How great is it that after not false starts, but some sort of delayed starts, that you're finally back to doing what you love?
It's good, man. You hit the nail right on the head, man. When I brought the pandemic on, I always tell people I signed a contract and the world crashed. I always tell people that all the time. It's cool, man. Like I hats off to Ring of Honor. I can't thank them enough. Number one, for taking a shot on me. They didn't have to. On top of that, honoring my contract when I signed it, and they paid all of us through the pandemic. They didn't have to, man. They didn't invest any money in me. They could have easily, said, hey, sorry, just wrong time.
Yeah, the financials don't work out or whatever it might be.
Just wrong time. We're sorry, man. Maybe, down the road we'll revisit.
Yeah.
We got to cut weight. We got to cut dead weight. We got to save money. But they honored my deal, and then they just re-signed my deal. And I was just like, holy Nikes, okay, cool. And now we're off to the races.
Yeah.
And now I'm appearing on television and week by weeks, and now they're having me shoot commercials for them. I just did one for the blood drive, and it's awesome. Like, yes, if I could win a match, that'd be even better. I keep going to draws, and then I wrestled O'Shea, and he put me through the damn table, and I don't even think he knew he won. We beat the piss out of each other.
Good problem to have, but especially good problem to have if you're on O'Shea's end and you're not remembering the win rather than the loss, right?
Yeah, I don't think he remembered that he won. I know that once he came to, like, he realized he won, because obviously he celebrated. But at the time of him pinning me, we both beat the hell out of each other for 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
And we didn't.
You'd beaten the hell out of each other for the couple weeks prior too, right? Yeah, that stuff lingers for a bit.
Yeah, we smashed. And I guarantee you, like, me and O'Shea, we're going to cross paths again, and we'll see how, that cookie crumbles, whether it's we face off again, whether it's, a lot of people want us to be in a tag team. A lot of people are like, dude, you guys got to be a tag team. But right now he's locked up with Shane Taylor Promotions, and hats off to him for going with Shane Taylor. Shane Taylor, calls him the first round draft pick.
Yeah.
And the big kaiju, Right now I'm a free agent in the Ring of Honor locker room. So, and I'm okay with, standing on my own 2 feet. And, Brian Johnson, another one that decided to jump me.
He had issues with. Yeah.
Yeah.
That he had issues with.
Jump me, man. Doing my cool entrance, man. Hats off to Ring of Honor for giving me a cool entrance. And,
well, and hats off to you for giving you a cool entrance.
Yeah. Sometimes
put yourself over, brother.
Yeah, wrestling. No, yeah, man. And he kicks my damn leg out. Now I'm fighting. Now I'm still having problems with that damn knee. You know, it's just, just a kind of a luck of the draw. But I did get in the ring with PCO.
Which is always cool. Like, you're talking to a Canadian professional wrestling fan here, man. You don't need me to sing his praises to you.
In that battle royal, we faced off, and we went strike for strike with somebody who claims he's not human.
So I guess if we're going for the hot scoops here, then Sledge, is he sort of the next guy after you finish your business with your previous foes?
I don't know. I hope so.
You know what your plans were before the pandemic happened? Because when you were talking, oddly enough, with the bouncers as part of their happy hour that you had every right to walk out on, you said that you were getting ready to make your Ring of Honor debut before the pandemic kicked in. Do you know where you were going to go forward with it? Or is that one of those plans may and have changed?
It's one of those that whatever they had planned changed. I honestly, I don't know. It's one of those things where when I sat down with the office, I was training at the dojo.
Yeah.
And when they offered me my deal, I left everything. I don't know if you know the story of how I got into Ring of Honor.
I think it was Josh Woods, as you said in a previous interview. He and Taven helped you out, right?
No, actually.
Excellent. I love story time.
Yeah, no, you're way off. That's
nice.
Yeah, you must have read that on the Wikipedia page.
I was gonna say cage matches led me astray before.
Cage matches? No. Well, I mean, I will happily text Taven and be like, "Hey, by the way, on an interview,
you're getting lots of credit.
You're the guy who got me my opportunity." So
well, then excellent. I'm happy to be proven wrong. It's story time with Sledge.
No, yeah, that's my podcast pretty much. No, I was hot on the indies. I guess I was at Indie Darling, I guess, after the Steve Austin podcast, and making an appearance on Impact Pro Wrestling, and traveling around doing my thing, and something just kind of led me to Ring of Honor, man. Something in my pit of my stomach was like, yo, dude, you gotta. And they were coming to Vegas, and it was like, I want to say it was their 17th anniversary show.
Yeah.
Walked out my weekend. And I went over there just to help.
Oh, cool.
Help. Just to get in the eyes. Caught the eyes of a couple guys at the office. Was like, hey, what, they gave me an earlier call time than a lot of people. Mm-hmm. Next thing you know, I'm getting a text asking me, hey, are you going to be in New York?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. WrestleMania weekend. Yeah, I got a couple signings, a couple shows. Yeah, I'll be there. You want to come to Madison Square Garden? Yeah.
The answer is always yes.
Yeah. Cool, we'll be in contact. Okay. Next thing you know, I'm walking into Madison Square Garden, maybe there about 15 minutes. I get the Iggy on the elbow. Hey, come with me. Okay.
Yeah.
They bring me into the office and they kind of drill me for a couple few seconds, ask me why I haven't been signed yet. Like, if Ring of Honor takes a chance on me, what are they getting themselves into?
Mm-hmm.
And I told them that I've had some addiction issues, and it's very public, and I'm right now I'm 6.5 years, almost 7 years clean and sober. So
congrats. Awesome.
Yeah, man. August 5th will be 7 years. Wow. That's
good on you, dude.
Wow. That's almost next month. Holy
good on you, man.
Wow. I just realized that right now. That just literally dawned on me. I'll be 7 years clean and sober. That's crazy.
Awesome.
So then, they said, cool, we want to offer you a tryout. I said, sweet. So there was a tryout camp coming up, and they offered me the tryout, and I did the tryout for 2 days. And then I got a call while I was in the airport. Said, hey, we want to, bring you to the dojo. We're going to put you on the ring truck, put a little bit of money in your pocket, and we'll see how it goes. You're not contracted, but we'll see how it goes. I said, okay. Mm-hmm. And I packed up my life from California, moved to Baltimore, Maryland. Was at the dojo for about 6 months. They offered me a deal. They said, "You're ready. You're ready. You're ready, but we just don't believe you're ready." If that makes any sense.
Yeah, you need that little like polish, I guess, for lack of a better way to
polish
put
you
it.
a little bit. Yeah.
Cool, man.
Thankful to Will Ferreira and Jonathan Gresham, for polishing me up, and Will Ferreira has been in my corner ever since. Has been in my corner from day one, pretty much. And, it's just been a great ride. And then I signed my deal, and then the pandemic happened. So it was just, and then they sent me back to California. And
then everything went to shit.
Yeah, then everything went to shit. So they're like, "Go back to California." I said, "Okay."
Now, like, you've been in wrestling for about 10 years, just over that at this point, man. And I know when you mention names like Ferreira and Gresham, it's pretty easy to assume why the Ring of Honor Dojo would be great. But why did you find that it was a great training experience for you, or what did you love about it?
Well, what was so great about it is I was in there with contracted talent, in the dojo, like Khan, Moses, Dak Draper, who else was there? Brian Johnson, on top of that, you got Joe Keys, you got, Ken Dixon, Dante Caballero, Amy Rose, you got like,
the who's who.
Quinn McKay. Yeah. So like, I knew it gave me an opportunity to train with the competition.
Yeah.
It gave me an opportunity to roll with these guys, see how good they are, know where my weaknesses are, so I can help elevate myself to these guys' level. Because Ring of Honor is on a whole nother level than everybody.
Oh, yeah,
really
man.
Are.
Yep.
With the talent,
I won't disagree with you at all. As far as like
talent and everything, we're on a whole different level than everybody else.
Yeah, and it's such a cliche way to put it, but like bringing back, the pure wrestling side of things, or that hard smash mouth style of professional wrestling. You guys nail it. You personally nail it, right?
Yeah. So it was good. And then we had guys always come in. We always had like Taven come in, Jay Lethal come in, Hot Sauce Tracy Williams. We always had Josh Woods, Silas Young. We always had those guys come in that were contracted wrestlers that we could roll with, that we could learn from. It was great. It was a great opportunity. It was great. It was a great opportunity to be there, and it's been great with Ring of Honor. I still have to smack myself sometimes to believe that I'm actually working for, I call the best company in the world, because there's no other company right now that is doing what we're doing. On top of that, has the talent that we have. On top of that, that has the most hard-hitting professional wrestling out there, like we do.
Yeah. Well, and it seems like both in the ring and outside the ring, I feel like that's going to be the subtitle of the podcast, but like that seems to be the common theory or the common thread between Ring of Honor people. What do you find the backstage is like? Is it just like, again, that family environment, to be cliche with it, or what do you love about it?
We are a big family, but you have to earn yourself into that family. Okay. When the pandemic hit, and you can see it all on Mandy Leon's vlog, we all went out. When the pandemic hit, we all went out, and that was my first time really hanging out with the locker room, because when I was on the road and I was on the road crew, I never really hung out in the locker room.
Yeah.
Setting up the ring and setting up the show was my job. So
you were there, first one there, last one to leave.
There,
don't see anyone.
Literally, first one there, last one to leave. Absolutely. Yep. On the road to the next town. Getting there, sometimes at 7 a.m, having to be at the venue by 9. So you only get like a couple hours sleep. And then you have all day to do the same thing over and over again. Driving from Baltimore to Vegas just to set up the shows.
Yeah. And it gets to be a pretty tiresome drive, as nice as it can be, right?
Oh yeah. You would, some of those drives, man, especially driving through the night and you've worked all day, you get those little like, okay, I'm awake. I think I'm still awake. Yeah. Okay. How far away from the hotel? I can make it. Yeah, man, it's definitely one of those, but you learn a lot, being around the boys and all that stuff. You still learn a lot, and I learned a lot of the backstage stuff. I learned a lot of the production stuff. I got really tight with the production crew and stuff like that. So it's like we're one big fucking family. And when I got to go and hang out with them as talent, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And it's nice that you're getting back to it in a more regular basis, right? But now it's punctuated with some of your own content creation. You're doing stuff for ROH, and then you've got your coffee with Sledge. I like tuning in. I like myself a good coffee. How have you enjoyed getting into the streaming content creation Twitch side of things?
Wasn't expecting it.
Okay.
But no, I wasn't expecting to do Twitch at all, man. I really wasn't. I was looking for something to do during the pandemic to give people something to watch, because we're all at home. We don't got shit to do. We don't know when this thing's gonna end.
Yeah.
You know, and I started doing it on my Instagram.
Yeah.
And on my back porch. You know, I live right by the beach. And next thing you know, my buddy of mine named Martin Casales, who is Marty the Moth from Lucha Underground.
Yep.
He told me years ago to get on Twitch. I told him,
Not for me.
Yeah. And next
Dude, nothing has ever made me feel older than Twitch has.
Right. And next thing you know, my buddy Ziggy Dice, former NWA television champ, hits me up and goes, "You need to start doing those interviews on Twitch." Okay. So then I went down the rabbit hole. And it was funny because I just had my 1 year with Twitch. Mm-hmm. From where my stream started to the kitchen in my room, in my house, to the kitchen, and using the natural light of the outside to chroma key the green screen behind me out, you know, to on a webcam, to where I am now. Now I have a full-fledged studio. My audio is phenomenal. You know, I'm on a DSLR, you know, full-on camera that you guys can see me on. Yeah, it's been an awesome. It really has, but very expensive at the same time.
Even I'm just really starting to build my own out, and I can speak to it a little bit. So I can't even imagine once you start to get to, like, I guess, the fully formed end of things. It's kind of cool because I was going to ask if it was a goal of yours to start doing more of this. And I was going to ask again about your general goals, but reading the issue of PWI, I really enjoyed or appreciated that you said you wanted to get into motivational speaking and start to get to inspire wrestlers in the next generation. Is that something that you're consciously starting to chase now that people are starting to be able to interact with people in a person-on-person basis? Holy crap, I could have phrased that better.
No, you did great. Fantastic. I was holding on. I had you read every word.
Beauty, sounds good.
Absolutely, man. And it's going to start with, I was actually talking to one of my old teachers when I was
awesome.
And one of my old wrestling coaches. He sees what I've been doing, and he reached out to me right before the pandemic happened. He reached out to me and was like, "Hey, will you come talk at my class?" And I said, "Absolutely, love to do it." You know, and now with everything that's, you know, obviously the world shut down, and now with the pandemic opening back up, he's going to see what the COVID restrictions are going into next year. And then we're going to set it up where I come in and speak at the school. That's one of my biggest goals, man, is I battle depression. I started battling depression at like 12 years old when my dad passed. Mm-hmm. Like, and I still battle it to this day, which depression led to my addiction, you know. And let the kids know that it's okay to talk to people. Mm-hmm. You don't have to feel like you're alone in this world, because you're not alone in this world. It takes one person to lend an ear that could save a life. Mm-hmm. One person. And I need to let them know. I need to let everybody know, from, you know, high school to middle school to, you know, if you're dealing with shit at home, understand that it's better to talk it out than hold it in. Mm-hmm. Because if you hold it in, a lot of bad things can happen. You could explode at any moment. You need to talk to somebody, whether it's your counselor, your teacher, your next door neighbor, even your friend. You know, you need to let it out, because especially with COVID, man, this whole COVID thing, suicide rate has skyrocketed due to COVID, because everybody's in a dark place. Yeah. And it's really hard sometimes to get out of that dark place. But man, if you get out of that dark place, man, I'm telling you right now, man, there is light, and you can do anything you want in this world. I am a true believer in that. And I am a true believer in that the hard times don't last. And all the hard times do is make the good times even better. Trust me.
I love it, man. And I'm certain that there are more people that you can count than just this one. But to close it out, I just wanted to ask you about JD Horror, because you brought up just one person potentially helping you out and one person having an ear or being that ear. And I like closing things out with talking about positive people and people that have influenced us in life. So I think that gives a pretty good spot for him.
JD, man, that's why I tap my chest, man. We have the same tattoo on our chest.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he literally picked me up from the ground and helped save my life and put me on the right path that I'm on now. And that guy will always be my brother. He will always be family to me, whether he's blood or not. We've been through it all. We both went through the same stuff at the same time, you know, and I wish and it's my fault. I don't spend enough time with him because I'm so busy, but he has a great podcast, fantastic podcast, man. This is, if you like spooky shit, listen to his podcast.
Cool. I 100% will check it out.
Yeah, his podcast is true crime horror stories.
Awesome.
They're amazing. Like, I would listen to them while I'm on the road. He would send me the first cut and just listen to it on the road. And some of the stuff I'm just like, and the way he narrates it, I'm like, dude, that's some sick shit, bro. Like, I don't know if I would be able to say that, and it's crazy. He does
cool, man.
Dives in some shit. Like, it's like, fucking call your doctor afterwards. I'm telling you, man. Like, straight out, dude. Like, it's some crazy shit. But he's fantastic. He's just I just love him so much, and I would not be in the position that I'm in right now without him. So.
And you love to hear it, man, because the position you're in on our screens consistently with Ring of Honor is one that I very much appreciate, because I love you as a pro wrestler, man. And it's been great to chat with you, because I personally like you a lot as a human being as well now after getting the chance to. So if anybody else wants to get the chance to, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's on Twitch or anything in between, where can people find Sledge when he's not on their screens?
I keep it easy, man. At Sledge 805, man, through everything. Twitter, Instagram, MySpace, High Five, LinkedIn, whatever the crap is all out there, dude. I'm on
MySpace.
MySpace. Like how I threw that in there. I appreciate it. I don't even know if I can log into my MySpace account right now, dude. Like, remember where it would take like an hour to load somebody's page because they'd have so much shit on there? It was crazy.
Oh yeah, and the first thing to load was the song that you didn't even like.
You didn't even want to hear. Yeah, dude, for sure. It would blare so loud in your ears.
Oh, that's exactly it. Oh, good. The song loaded, but the pause button didn't. But good.
Right.
Well, I'm glad we're past that, man. Thank you once again for the time, though. I can't say that enough. I can't wait to see you back on our screen sooner rather than later. I can't wait to have coffee with you here on Monday as per usual. But friends, if you can't wait to do that like I can't, make sure you follow the social medias that Sledge just passed on, and stay tuned to Love of Wrestling for the latest and greatest in professional wrestling, whether it be inside or outside the ring. It's called a callback, friends. Once again, I've been Spencer Love, and for Sledge, we'll see you on the next one.